I heard from a coworker the other day that you should use the season's vegetables. What that means is that in many cold countries, vegetables like cucumber, tomato and lettuce become quite expensive during autumn. And vegetables that are on the ground like potatoes, carrots and turnips become fairly cheap, because this is the time when they are farmed. And as for a person who have to think of what one is putting into the body because of economy and also acne, I give you a little seasonal luxurious sheet meal that is good for both my skin and my wallet. Roasted root crops. An autumn dinner. Hello! Now what makes this dish so good besides the previous listed parties is that it's really simple and the whole cooking is done inside of the oven. So start by turning that to 200 degrees Celsius or 392 degrees Fahrenheit I think. Previous to the first step you should have gone out and gathered ingredients. There are a lot of root crops to choose from, so what I like to do is just to include them all. Potatoes, carrots, turnips, parsnips, sweet potatoes, celeriac, I think that's how you say it. And I'm sure I'm forgetting some. Wash and chop them into whatever shape you care for them to be, but try to make them about the same size because they will cook more evenly then. I also like to add some chopped onions and roughly but fine cut ginger, which gives it a little bit extra flavor. Put everything in a big oven pan, sprinkle some salt and rosemary, fresh or dried. Now for fat, what most people go for is olive oil. I am not though. Olive oil is great, don't get me wrong, but it has a very low smoke point, meaning that during high cooking temperatures it oxidizes fairly easily, which can lead to increased inflammation in the skin. So for a person who's trying to clear my skin, I'm going to use coconut oil, which has a higher smoke point because it's more saturated, instead. Finally, you just mix everything. Now this is very good on its own, but of course you can add meat if you want to. It's in fact what most people do. I usually add salmon or chicken, which I'm doing right now. Clear the chicken breasts, season them however you want. I'm going for a chicken and steak thingy, which have no preservatives in it, just salt and spice. Lightly grease the bottom of the pan with coconut oil and place the chicken on that. Pop both the chicken and root crops into the oven and set the timer for 40 minutes. While we wait, you can just do a little dance to get the party started, or just do the dishes instead. Come on, you're a responsible adult. And by that I also mean that you shouldn't let your food burn on one side in the oven. So after half time you should take your pans out, stir the vegetables and flip the chicken. Then rotate them when you're putting them back into the oven. So whoever was on top is now underneath and vice versa. This so that one or the other don't get burnt. Good. Now go back to the dishes. After the final 20 minutes, cut the chicken to see if it's white all the way through. If it's not, pop it in for another 10 minutes. And the vegetables are ready when they are golden browned. Place everything on a big plate and serve it with some cold sauce like bearnaise. It's a really popular Swedish thing, I promise, though it's not from Sweden. Now sit down at your computer, because apparently you're lonely and gaming is comforting. And there's absolutely nothing wrong about that. My name is Tom Scheiren, and thanks for watching.